Here's my spoopy story that happened about 30 years ago. Me, around 20 years old, hanging out with two of my best buds Juan and Lou in our church parking lot after Sunday night services. We're hanging out in the bed of Juan's pickup truck shooting the shit under the lone gravel lot street lamp. Our church has the main building with a separate kitchen, activity building attached by an open foyer. After talking a while, Lou looks up into the dark pasture with a shocked look on his face. Asks us if we heard that. We listen a bit and say we heard nothing. He shakes his head a bit and we keep talking, forgetting about whatever Lou may have heard. About 15 or 20 minutes later, both Lou and Juan look up in shock across the road into the pasture again. Juan asks Lou if that's what he heard, and Lou says yes. They say whatever they heard was much closer to the road near the pasture's fence. I didn't hear a thing, so I think they are both fucking with me. We stare in silence across the road, into the dark pasture for a few minutes. We can't see or hear shit. They both claim they heard something like a growl of some sort, but eventually we start talking about the usual bullshit friends talk about. Another 15 or so minutes pass. Suddenly we all hear it. We hear a loud growling laugh echo through the open foyer about 50 feet away. We all snap our heads in that direction. It's pitch black of course, so we can see shit. After being frozen in fear for a few seconds, we all jump out of the back of Juan's truck, run to our own vehicles, and get the hell out of there. Lived in a haunted house as a high schooler. It was built in the 40s or 50s I think. Couple things that happened. Building PC with dad as a kid. Hear and feel my sister walk up behind us, wood floors, you can feel someone walking as well as creaks. She just stands behind us. Yeah, a no net? No response. We turn around, nobody there. Think sister came and then snuck away as a joke, she says she didn't. We're recording the build, go back and watch it. Nothing. Split level house where the bottom story was actually half submerged. Doors open and shut, you hear footsteps all the time. Just learns to ignore it after clearing the house a few times finding nothing. Friends come over and play WoW. Decide we're going to see a movie, it's midnight or so. One friend says he doesn't like movies and is going to stay at my place instead. I think you should come with us, you're not going to want to be here alone this late man. Laughs at me for being crazy, he was a hardcore skeptic in everything. Alright, you can stay if you want of course. Just warning you, you will hear footsteps and doors and stuff, just ignore it. As long as you ignore it it's fine. Go see movie. Come home. He is sitting on the curb by the road. Refuses to tell us what happened but says he's never going to be inside that house again alone again. Dumbass probably instigated and challenged, kind of an asshole, and had some crazy shit happen. Lots more stories from that house. I was an atheist until I lived there. This is the only weird experience I ever had, though retrospectively, I'm more confused than spooked. Me around a year ago. Moved to different city for studies. One day on my way back from classes. Decide to walk instead of using the bus. Large street, loads of people and shops. There's even a McDonald's. Keep walking. Notice a little olive green, old European architecture shop. At least it looked like a shop from outside. There was no name or anything. Just a little circle with a dot inside as a logo above the entrance door. What is this? The windows just had some puppets with no clothes on them. I figured it's some modern clothing brand or something. Decide to go in. Nobody is inside, there's just unclothed dolls. A little confused, I ask is this a shop? Hear footsteps. Man dressed in all black walks in from a back passage. He looks almost as surprised to see me as I am to see him. You're not supposed to be here. Oh, okay. I leave the store, shop, whatever you want to call it. Next day, I take the same route. After eating at McDonald's, head home. The olive green shop is no longer there. It's now a cafe with people sitting there, chatting. I feel surreal about everything. To this day, I don't know what that was. It's as if my memory is completely false. Never had any similar lapses before or after. And I'm 100% certain that it's the exact same location since it's literally in a main street. Happened to me a few weeks ago. Me, deckhand on a Great Lakes cargo freighter. We're loading cargo in Canada, place on an island called Bruce Mines. Me and one of the engineers are off work. Engineer is planning on getting off the boat and walking to the bar in town. I went to ask the mate if I could go with. As a deckhand I was always on call in case they needed me. Mate says I can go but I need to be back by 2 a.m. since we'll be done loading an hour or two after that and leaving. Fuck highs.png. Me and engineer get on the dock and walk towards town. Dock security guy waves to us as we exit the gates. 20 or so minute walk to bar. Once there we have a few drinks. At midnight we decide to head back. Once we're at the security gate we see the guard arguing with someone. Our mate was there too. The guard is saying that he can't let the stranger on the dock without his credentials. As we get closer I notice the stranger has the same hair as me. Engineer asks what the hell is going on. Mate and security guard look at us and their faces go pale. Stranger isn't paying us any mind, he keeps saying he needs to get in the dock, can't get a good look of his face. The security guard runs to his guard shack and pulls out a rifle. He points it at the stranger and fires at the ground around them. The stranger runs off into the woods. As he's running I catch a glimpse of his face. It looks exactly like me, just slightly off, can't pin my finger on it. Guard and mate hurry us through the gate. We show them our credentials. Mate and us to go back to the boat, the guard to his shack. No one says anything. Not at the time or after. Mate doesn't say a thing at all. Engineer says it was a junkie or drops it at that. Company stops scheduling Bruce Mines loads. I'd what the fuck the doppelganger was or why the area would have that. I'm not familiar with Canada. Me, don't believe in anything /x/ atheist all my life. I try everything once, to disprove it. Try suck. Hello, Anon. Freak the fuck out, she laughs. Why are you so scared? You asked for this. Skipping the parts after that. She starts to push me to work out, be kind to people, go to church, succeed in my career. It apparently makes me taste better. Really pushes the being a good person and church thing. Fast forward a year. Life is drastically improved. I have more friends, co-workers like me, am now a Christian who goes to church, making 3x what I used to after a career change and actually enjoy my job. Suck wants me to go on a date with a girl. Directs me to the exact girl she wants me to. The girl actually asks me out instead of the other way around. Suck says she loves me and her job is done. Never hear from her again. Marry the girl 3 years later. I miss you, Suck. Thank you, but I miss you. I wish you could stay with me just as friends, but you explained, it hurt too much to be with me while I'm with someone else. I hope I get to see you again someday. Me, 16 years old. About 15 years ago now. Go for a walk in my neighborhood. Quite suburban town. Not rich but nice and no crime. Late afternoon. Decide to go to little playground, park inside neighborhood. Sit on swing for a while cause like to. Close eyes and pretend that forward swing take me over ledge of giant cliff and back swing takes me back over safe ground. Weirdly comforting, so do that for a bit. Sun going down now, gotta head home now to get there comfortably before dark. Walk from park to connecting field that leads back to street. Literally no turn on the way home. Listening to music, relaxing. Suddenly. Wake up lying on my back in field with someone screaming in my ear. Oh wait, that's my shitty emo music headphones must still be in ears. Sun is much farther down now, so not dark, but will not be making it home before dark. Walk home anyway, get there. Inside is bright, family there having fun. Have fun with them, forget about experience for many years. I guess it's not that creepy, but I have no idea what the fuck that was about. I was walking forward, so if I'd randomly passed out, you'd think I'd have woken up on my stomach and not on my back with headphones still perfectly in ears. Be me. Sleeping well. For some reason start having a weird dream. It was a video compilation of people dying in hilarious ways. Get really weirded out. Wake up. Begin to see what seems like a silhouette. Get scared. Start yelling and punching it. Turn on the lights. I realize I was punching empty air, feel like an idiot. Pick up my phone. Check to see how long I have before I need to wake up for work. The alarm isn't set. Think for a minute. Guys, a fucking ghost woke me up so I could set up my phone alarm properly. Even the nightmare was a funny video compilation. How do I show gratitude to Norwegian spirits? Just started working here recently. Be me. Had interactions with reptilians since I was a toddler. Sometimes they scared the shit out of me for fun. Always thought I was a schizo or had an overactive imagination because I had a lot of paranormal events through my life and the ability to see and perceive entities or the flow of space and time. I could have been a shaman in other times. Nowadays I just would be institutionalized. Pandemic strikes. I have lucid dreams of other people with the same abilities as mine gathering. Between them I know a little girl who is dying from COVID and we often hang out in the dream world. She is a lovely piece of sunshine, always smiling and treating me as her big bro. One day in the dream we are in a sofa watching TV and eating oatmeal in a safe space. It looks like a living room if you omit the weird scenery outside you always see in dreams. I start to have intrusive thoughts of molesting her. Brout. I realize something is trying to invade my head. Suddenly the TV screen shows a red-sided screen. She seems to not notice it. It shows a white labyrinth under our dream house. There are two lizardmen camouflaged in the same color walking close to the walls. At that time I didn't know what a reptilian was. I thought at first they were demons, but I could see their intentions: take away the girl, rape and then eat her alive. The leader had curved horns and the other was more or less the same height, 7 feet. They were touching the walls as they walked, looking for an entrance to our room. I desperately closed my eyes as hard as I could to wake up and get the girl out of my dream. Fortunately succeeded. I escorted her months later to the light where the other dead people gathered to leave this plane. I have almost a book about them, excepting some they are always nasty pieces of shit. Be me. Bored and hungry with 2 other friends. Go to Carl's Jr. See bad car wreck on our way surrounded by cops and medics. Finish eating and leave. Go to the same route we saw wreck. Calls curious. Not a single piece of scrap was there, everything was empty. Leave blue balled. Immediately got T-boned by a drunk driver. Guy is dead on the spot and friend is crippled. MFW, we're surrounded by cops and medics trying to save us. Be me in my world. Father Ripperger says in vid the afterlife is the imagination. Some demons rip me from my world into yours. Demons make threats. I respond, why do I have to worry? Father Ripperger said the afterlife is the imagination. Demons reply, not here. Watch Father Ripperger's last 4 things video. I refused to watch it because demons suggested I do, but I noticed the video where Father Ripperger says the afterlife is the imagination is gone. Remember, Father Ripperger says that the imagination afterlife is in the context of defeating Beelzebub. Demon who said not here later identifies as Beelzebub. Is your world a demonic simulation created by Beelzebub? Was he that afraid of me learning the afterlife is the imagination he brought me here? If I die here, will I have a different afterlife than that, or is he just lying? Later, he eventually said if there is no hell, then what is Beelzebub ruler of? Father Ripperger's imagination afterlife dethroned Beelzebub. All I can think of right now is that one Ultron quote, "What is this place? This feels wrong." When I pressure Beelzebub for an answer, he claims you died but don't know how. This place is an upper layer of hell. He could be lying again as usual.